Welcome, friends. This is far more than just a video summary or a brief overview of a self-help book. Think of it as a mirror, one that will honestly reflect the truths you might have been avoiding about yourself and your potential. Have you ever felt stuck in life, working hard but not making any real progress? Maybe you study, practice, and strive, but success always seems to be reserved for someone else. Sometimes, the gap between your life and the lives of rich or successful people looks so big you start to believe you're just different from them, almost like they belong to another species. But here's an important truth. It's not luck, and it's not about family background, education, or timing. The single biggest difference is mindset, how you think and feel about yourself and the world around you. We're diving into lessons from Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harvey Kerr. This book isn't simply going to inspire you. It's designed to rewire the way you think. You'll identify and break the invisible chains holding you back, chains that you may not have even realized were there. Yes, some lessons might feel uncomfortable, almost like a punch to the gut, but that discomfort is exactly what sets you free. And while you're learning these mindset shifts, you'll also be improving your English listening, vocabulary, and comprehension, making this summary 2 lessons in one: growth and language skills. Let's get started as if your future depends on it, because maybe, just maybe, one lesson today can transform everything. Wealth File 1. The Creator's Mindset. Rich people believe, I create my life. Poor people believe, life happens to me. This is the core difference. Rich people act like drivers. They grab the steering wheel and decide where to go. Poor people act like passengers. They wait for others to take the lead, blaming circumstances or other people for what goes wrong. They say, I was born in a poor family. My country has no opportunities. He parts cars for wealthy people. One day, he asks a businessman what he does for a living. The answer? I own 3 online businesses. I play to win, not just to survive. That idea struck him deeply. So, instead of settling, he wrote down, I will no longer play small. I will no longer fear money. I play to win. That single decision fueled his transformation. Today, he's a business owner and speaks with students worldwide. Takeaway: don't drive through life with your foot always on the brake, scared to move forward. Dream big. Play boldly. Speak with confidence. The world rewards those who choose to win. Wealth File 3. True commitment versus weak wishes. Rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people just wish they could be rich. Almost everyone wants wealth, comfort, luxury, freedom. They often say, one day I'll have a big house, travel, and make enough money to stop working. But wanting isn't enough. It's just a feeling, not a discipline. Wanting doesn't get you out of bed early, doesn't motivate you to keep learning when things are hard, and doesn't power you through discomfort. Those who achieve real success are truly committed. When you're committed, you don't make excuses, you make sacrifices. Commitment means doing whatever it takes to reach your goals. It's the boundary that separates those who just dream from those who actually achieve. Picture 2 girls from similar backgrounds, both eager to succeed and learn fluent English. Girl A downloads apps, watches some YouTube lessons, and gives up in 2 weeks. Girl B wakes up early to study, practices speaking daily even if she makes mistakes, and keeps going despite embarrassment. Who succeeds? The one who commits. Deep takeaway. Ask yourself right now, are you committed or just wishing? Are you prepared to put in the work, let go of blame, and start building your future? Because commitment, not mere wishes, opens the doors to success. Wealth File 4. Thinking big. Rich people think big. Poor people think small. The world doesn't reward those who aim only to survive. It rewards those who imagine possibilities beyond their current limits. If you tell yourself, I just want to earn enough to get by, you're creating a life that's only about survival. Think big. Don't play small. Have you ever caught yourself saying, I don't want to risk anything? That's small thinking, rooted in fear. Big thinkers, instead, set goals so bold that it shifts their entire focus. They say, I want to earn enough to retire my parents. I want to help 1 million people through my business. I want to be the best in my industry, not just average. Let's look at a story to bring this to life. There was once a man with a small corner shop. He always told his son, "One shop is enough. Don't be greedy. Just stay safe." And so the son spent 30 years doing just that. He survived but never grew. Now compare him to a young woman who started a similar small shop, but with a different vision. She promised herself, "One day, I'll have 50 stores across the country." She didn't just work hard. She learned about marketing, branding, and franchising. While others slept, she studied. Every dollar she made, she reinvested. 10 years later, she owned a nationwide chain. What made the difference? Vision. Big thinkers see what isn't there yet. Small thinkers only see what feels safe. Lesson: don't play small. Set goals that stretch you. If your aim is to earn $500, challenge yourself to earn $5,000. If you're learning English, push yourself to teach English to others. Big goals create big focus. Big focus creates big energy. And big energy leads to big results. Focus on opportunities, not obstacles. Here's a powerful shift. Rich people focus on opportunities. Poor people focus on obstacles. Many of us get stuck seeing problems everywhere. When new idea appears, we wonder, what if I fail? What if I lose money? What will people think? But those who succeed flip the script. They ask, what if it works? What if this is my chance? What if I can actually do it? That's the mindset that drives dreams forward. Suppose you dream of starting a YouTube channel. The poor mindset thinks, my camera is cheap. My English isn't perfect. What if no one watches? The rich mindset thinks, I'll start with my phone. Every video will help me improve. Even if just one person learns, it's worth it. Same situation, two radically different futures. Let's go deeper with another story. During a recession, a man lost his job. Everyone told him, this is the worst time. Just wait for the economy to get better. But he saw it as the best time to try something new. He began selling homemade snacks online. At first he failed. Slow internet, laughter from family, delayed orders. But he persisted. He improved his packaging, started posting on Instagram, and built a community. Today he employs 40 people, all by focusing on opportunities, not obstacles. Lesson: right now, your mind is choosing where to put its focus. Are you stuck on what's wrong? Your English, your small hometown, negative people around you? Or are you seeing the phone in your hand, free access to the web, millions who want help, and the possibility you can rise? The one who focuses on obstacles always finds a reason to quit. The one who focuses on opportunity always finds a way to win. Admire success, don't envy it. There's an invisible habit that keeps people from growing: envy. Rich people admire other successful people. Poor people resent them. Ask yourself, what's your first reaction when you see someone driving a luxury car, sharing photos from Paris or Dubai, or buying a big house at a young age? Do you feel inspired? Or do you feel jealous, thinking they must have cheated? They just got lucky. They probably come from money. This mindset is dangerous. Why? Because you cannot become what you secretly hate. If you believe the rich are greedy or corrupt, your mind will prevent you from ever becoming rich. Even if you do earn more, you'll find ways to sabotage yourself, spending it all, quitting, or giving up, because deep down you think, if I become rich, I'll become a bad person too. Admire success, don't envy it. Let's start with a story. Two boys working at a hotel. One was a server, the other worked in the kitchen. Every weekend, a wealthy man visited, well-dressed, driving a luxury car, often tipping generously. The kitchen boy would mutter, people like him just show off. He probably scams others for that money. The server, though, saw an opportunity. I want to learn from this man. Maybe he'll teach me something, he thought. Who made progress? The server. He reached out, had conversations, learned about e-commerce, and eventually started a job with the businessman. The kitchen boy stayed where he was, becoming increasingly bitter and stuck over 15 years. All from a simple choice: resentment or admiration. When you see successful people, ask yourself, do you resent them, or do you seek to learn from them? Think about influencers online, perhaps someone teaching fluent English to millions. The poor mindset says, he's fake, copying others, just lucky. The rich mindset says, if he can do it, so can I. Let me study his style and practice harder. Every time you see someone's success, You have two choices: resent it or respect it. Only the latter brings growth. Your takeaway: if you want to succeed, start by celebrating successful people. Observe how they speak, think, and act. Don't copy mindlessly, learn from them. Admiration builds connections, while resentment only builds walls between you and your goals. Your circle shapes your future. Wealth File 7 teaches this. Rich people associate with positive, successful peers. Poor people spend time with negative, unsuccessful ones. Your environment often outweighs even your strongest willpower. Read that again. Even if you're motivated and determined, your mind will prevent you from ever becoming rich. Even if you do earn more, you'll find ways to sabotage yourself, spending it all, quitting, or giving up, because deep down you think, if I become rich, I'll become a bad person too. Admire success, don't envy it. Let's start with a story. Two boys working at a hotel. One was a server, the other worked in the kitchen. Every weekend, a wealthy man visited, well-dressed, driving a luxury car, often tipping generously. The kitchen boy would mutter, "People like him just show off. He probably scams others for that money." The server, though, saw an opportunity. "I want to learn from this man. Maybe he'll teach me something," he thought. Who made progress? The server. He reached out, had conversations, learned about e-commerce, and eventually started a job with the businessman. The kitchen boy stayed where he was, becoming increasingly bitter and stuck over 15 years. All from a simple choice: resentment or admiration. When you see successful people, ask yourself, do you resent them, or do you seek to learn from them? Think about influencers online, perhaps someone teaching fluent English to millions. The poor mindset says, he's fake, copying others, just lucky. The rich mindset says, if he can do it, so can I. Let me study his style and practice harder. Every time you see someone's success, you have two choices: resent it or respect it. Only the latter brings growth. Your takeaway: if you want to succeed, start by celebrating successful people. Observe how they speak, think, and act. Don't copy mindlessly, learn from them. Admiration builds connections, while resentment only builds walls between you and your goals. Your circle shapes your future. Wealth File 7 teaches this. Rich people associate with positive, successful peers. Poor people spend time with negative, unsuccessful ones. Your environment often outweighs even your strongest willpower. Read that again. Even if you're motivated and determined, selling is not begging. Promotion is not arrogance. If you teach English, tell people. If you write books, share your work. If you can solve a problem, announce it boldly. Because if you don't believe in your value, why would anyone else? Example: a woman fluent in 4 languages began making videos to help others. She didn't wait for permission or worry about critics. She promoted her skills openly, helping thousands. Promote your value, don't hide. Think of a woman who could speak 4 languages. Her first video had only 12 views, and the embarrassment made her stop posting for 3 months. But one lesson changed her path. She realized promoting her value wasn't about ego, but about serving others. She made a promise: I will share what I know, not for fame, but to help. She posted weekly, told her story, asked people to subscribe, and shared both her struggles and passion. One day, a video went viral. Today, she earns a full-time living just from teaching what she loves. Why? Because she stopped hiding her light. Key lesson: if you're shy about your skills, dreams, or products, you're not being humble, you're being selfish. Out there, people need what only you can give. If you keep silent, they lose out too. Promoting yourself isn't about ego. It's about making positive impact. Your takeaway: start small, but start. Say what needs saying. Share what you offer. Use your skill loudly. Let others see and judge, and maybe even mock you. But never allow criticism to stop you. The world needs your voice, not your silence. Grow bigger than your problems. Everyone faces problems: poverty, loneliness, lack of skills, broken families, jobs they hate. Some just want life to be easy, while rich-minded people recognize that growth comes from solving difficult problems. The size of your life will always match the size of the challenges you're willing to tackle. Picture two climbers at the base of a mountain. One says, "Too dangerous, I'll stay here," and regrets it forever. The other says, "It's hard, but I'll climb, train, bleed if needed, and reach the top." 10 years later, the climber on top isn't just wealthy, he's unshakable. It wasn't an easier path, but a stronger person. Key lesson: don't ask for fewer problems. Build yourself to handle more. Don't say, "I can't," say, "Not yet." Don't wish life were easier. Train until your problems seem smaller. Your takeaway: your goal isn't an easier life. It's to become a stronger, wiser person. That's how you win. Become an excellent receiver. Most people learn about giving, but few know how to receive. Poor-minded people say, "I don't deserve this. Don't pay me too much, I feel guilty." Deep inside, they don't feel worthy or worry that accepting gifts, praise, or payment makes them selfish. Rich-minded people know this. Receiving completes the cycle of abundance. You can't only give. You must also accept good things with gratitude. An artist in Kenya painted for friends, never charging, feeling unworthy to receive payment. One day, someone said, "You're not humble, you're afraid." If your gift helps someone, why shouldn't you receive in return? That mindset shift changed him. He started earning from art, and now coaches others to value their talents. Key lesson: you cannot grow while rejecting good things that come to you. Your takeaway: accept compliments, help, and payment with pride and gratitude. The more open you are to receiving, the more you invite abundance into your life. Get paid for impact, not just time. This final lesson is about freedom. Poor mindset people believe they should be paid for every hour worked. But hours have a ceiling. There are only so many in a day. The rich mindset asks, what results am I delivering? How many lives am I changing? Compare two teachers. Teacher A works in a local school, teaching 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. She earns a fixed salary. Teacher B builds an online course that helps students pass an international English test. She works less, but her impact is huge. 300 students pay her in a month, and she earns more than Teacher A does in a year. Or think of the shoe factory worker, putting in long hours for a small wage. Meanwhile, a web designer spends 5 hours making a website and earns 30 times more. It's not about hours, it's about the value you create. Key lesson: the marketplace rewards those who solve problems and produce results, not just those who put in time. Your takeaway: focus on building skills and creating value. The more impact you deliver, the greater your reward, no matter the hours you work. Begin by asking yourself, are you being paid for your time or for your value? Are you simply clocking in each day, or are you truly transforming lives? To reach true wealth, you must stop thinking like an hourly worker and start thinking as a value creator. Being paid for impact, not effort, is how you level up. Many people box themselves in with limiting beliefs. Either I can be rich or a good person. Either I work hard or enjoy life. Either I can follow my passion or be practical. This either/or thinking slams shut the doors to possibility. But rich-minded people break these rules. They ask, why not both? Why not be rich and kind? Earn and have freedom? Let and learn. Story: in South Korea, a woman dreamed of being a mother and a business owner. Everyone said, you can't do both. So she learned baking at night, and while caring for her baby, built a chain of cafes that now stretches across Asia. She didn't choose either/or, she chose both. Whenever your mind says, I can't do both, pause and ask, is this really impossible or just unfamiliar? Replace either/or with how can I have both? This thinking opens new doors every time. Here's where wealth changes for real. Poor and middle-class people obsess about income. I earn $800 a month, $50 a day, just got a small raise. But if everything you earn goes right out the door, your net worth, what you actually own and keep, is close to zero. Rich people focus not just on making money, but on keeping it and growing it. Savings, investments, assets, businesses. Story: a Nigerian software developer earned a high salary but spent everything. Years passed. He had nothing saved. while a friend on half his salary bought a house, invested in land, and built real wealth. The difference? Focusing on net worth, not just income. Lesson: stop asking only how much you earn. Ask how much you're truly worth if you stop working tomorrow. Track your net worth every 30 days. Watch it grow and let it guide your decisions. Income comes and goes. Net worth builds freedom. Managing money, not just making it. Most people fail here, not because they don't earn enough, but because they don't manage what they already have. Good money management isn't about being rich. It's about respecting every dollar, euro, peso, pound. Don't wait for a big salary to start. Start with what you have. If you can't manage $100, you'll never manage $10,000. Story: in Egypt, a girl earned $400 per month. Despite what others said, she tracked her spending, saved, learned, and invested, even on a tiny income. 3 years later, her savings helped her launch a travel blog and multiply her income. Lesson: money is energy. If you mismanage it, it escapes you. If you care for it, it multiplies. Discipline and a simple system are all you need. Make money work. Don't just work for money. A major shift. Most people believe making more money means working more. They trade their time for income, and when time runs out, so does money. True financial freedom comes from building assets, income streams, and systems that work for you, even when you're resting. Story: Carlo, a delivery rider in the Philippines, decided to save even a small percentage of his daily earnings. Over time, he invested in one cart, then another, gradually building a network of juice stands. Now, he earns whether working or resting. His money works for him. Maybe people told you that you weren't smart enough. Maybe you felt that success belonged only to others. Maybe you failed before. But now you know, you were not born poor. You were trained to think poor. And just like any training, you can change it. You can learn to think like the rich, act like the rich, and step by step, become one of them. Not just rich in money, but rich in confidence, peace, freedom, and purpose. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Today is the perfect day. You don't need confidence to start. Courage comes first. Confidence will follow. Start small, start scared, start alone if you must. But just begin, because your new life starts the moment you stop thinking like the old you. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. One day, people will ask you, "How did you do it?" And you'll smile and say, "It all started with a book and a decision to change." Now it's your turn. Repeat after me. I'm no longer the same. I choose to think like the rich. I choose to act in spite of fear. I choose to grow no matter what. And I will create a future I'm proud of. Let this be your new beginning. If this helped you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because your journey is just beginning, and I'll be here alongside you every step of the way. Go. Build the life that once felt impossible, because now you know it's possible.